Welcome, Triton Nation, to your home broadcast of the men's Iowa Central basketball team as they prepare to take on Rochester Tech. So far, the Iowa Central Tritons, they're 1-1 on the season. They're undefeated at home, but they have suffered a loss last week when they were away. But I tell you what, they're going to come in tonight. They're going to be ready to capitalize. I cannot wait to watch the mat tonight. You are going to be listening to myself, Hank Ambrose, and Link Clay on the broadcast call. Link, how you doing today?
I'm good, Hank. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Let's go. Let's play some more basketball. We're going to have a great broadcast for you guys tonight. Tell you what, before I get into this thing, we got 3 minutes until opening tip-off. I'd like to shout out my boys in the booth. Got Max. He's going to be running the scoreboard tonight. We'll have Brandon on camera. Javi is our production manager tonight. And, of course, me and Link will be on commentary duties. I cannot wait to watch our second broadcast of the men's basketball team. We've seen them in their home opener, and they were excellent. Some players that I've seen for the first time play in a Triton uniform, Kev Taylor. What a player. He was a guy that had an alley-oop dunk in his home opener for the Iowa Central Tritons. Are you kidding me? I expect him to go crazy tonight. He's also leading the team in total points per game with 14. Another guy I'm excited to watch, Josh Baker and Bo Barber. Those two both play the point guard, shooting guard position. They go back and forth between starting roles. They're at 11 and 10.5 points per game. And, of course, one of my favorite players, if not my favorite from last season, Jackson Smith. He's going to come back into this one in possibly a starting role, not for sure yet on the starting lineups. But if we do see him in a starting role, it's going to be crazy. He's going to go off. He is such a great shooter for the Iowa Central Tritons. I led them in three-point percentage of last season, and I cannot wait to see him wear the blue tonight. They're going to be going up against Rochester Tech tonight, the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets will have their season opener tonight for the 2022 season, so we don't have a lot of film on them. So, early on in the season, it's kind of a struggle to prepare for teams because there's not a lot of film on them, and teams are still getting used to playing as their own team unit. They're getting used to their offensive game plan. Recent high school guys that recently graduated from high school, they're getting used to collegiate level three-point line, to different sizes. Like we said in previous broadcasts, high school basketball is completely different between college basketball, mainly because when you're in high school, you may be lucky to have one collegiate player on the court at one time, but in college, everyone's a collegiate player. Everyone is really, really good, Link. So I tell you what, I want to see the Tritons go 2-1 tonight. I cannot wait to see it. Stick around for the halftime interview as well, as I got to sit down with Coach Ortmeyer, the head women's basketball coach, about their upcoming season. The girls, they're 2-0 so far. They're going to have a match this upcoming week as well against Grandview JV team. It's going to be really exciting. Man, I love basketball, Link. I tell you what are you excited for tonight, man?
I tell you what, it's not only tonight, but look at this upcoming stretch of games we got coming up here. All home games in November here. 6th, 9th, 11th, 17th, 19th, and 20th. We got all home games here, so you don't want to miss any of those. We got a nice stretch.
Good point. That's a total of 6 home games in a row starting tonight, Link. So, tell you what, we're going to have a lot of busy times on our hands with our homework, with our radio production homework, along with all this TV broadcasting we're doing. Football's wrapping up. Volleyball's wrapping up. Tell you what, it's good to be in the TV radio production, Link.
I'm telling you what, you brought up radio, Hank. You got a show about sports, too.
I do. It's called Moments with Montalto. It's on 88.1 The Point every single Monday night at 6 p.m. Check me out. I sit down with all of the Triton head coaches in the fall and winter sports so far. I tell you what, of course, the football and volleyball season is starting to wrap up, but we're about to add wrestling and men's and women's basketball to the mix. I cannot wait to do that. Tell you what, I love the show, and you're going to see a little preview of it, of course, during the halftime show, like I said earlier, with Coach O. Now, the players are lining up. There's going to be an NJCAA announcement on the video board, so we're just getting ready for them to play that here. And here we go. So I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break in booth as the players look down and get ready for the NJCAA announcements. We'll be right back after this short message.
In addition to the First for the visiting Yellow Jackets from Rochester. Number 1, Kamante Watts. Number 2, Devin Fry. Number 5, Wes Grimmon. Number 11, Quentin Williams. And number 32, Heather Semedo. Ryan McMahon is the head coach for the Yellow Jackets. Now here's a starting match for your Arizona Tritons. A 5'10" freshman out of Birmingham, Alabama, number 2, Will Barker. A 6'2" sophomore from Pregame, number 4, Jackson Smith. A 6'7" freshman out of Lackford, Georgia, number 10, Kevin Taylor. A 6'4" freshman out of Marshall, Minnesota, number 20, Josh Baker. And a 6'3" sophomore out of Boyd, Wisconsin, number 23, Jordan Naive. Tritons led by Chad Henry, assisted by Blake Peterson and Kai Kramer.
Welcome back, Triton Nation. Once again, tuned in to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the call for the men's Iowa Central basketball game tonight against Rochester Tech. The Yellow Jackets come all the way down to Fort Dodge, Iowa. I tell you what, in my opinion, they made a poor decision to come today because they're going to lose tonight with a loss. I'm going to be excited for it because this Triton team, you got to watch out for them. Once they catch their stride, they're almost one of the best offensive playmaking teams in all of the NJCAA. I'm looking at the starting lineups right now for the Iowa Central Tritons. I see Jordan Majid. I see Jackson Smith. I see Bo Barber. I see Kev Taylor, along with number 20, Josh Baker. Here we go. Opening tip. Ball up.
Oh.
Comes down. Yellow Jackets to secure possession. It'll be their point guard, Quentin Williams. He's going to hand it off to Devin Fry. Here we go. The first play of the game.
Ooh,
Nice. A steal. Look at that. Sticky fingers. Josh Baker gets involved early. Barber to dump off to Kev Taylor. Barber looking like he's going to call a play early. Nothing too quick after the transition. 20 minutes are on the clock. If you don't know, folks, men's basketball has a first and second half in the NJCAA. We go by halves here. Jordan Majid, he goes down. He'll kick it out. Looking at Kev Taylor. He's going to have to drive it. Here comes Barker. Passing out to Majid. A wide open shot by Barber. Here we go. Off the front of the rim, but an offensive board. Oh, let's see what the call is here.
An already really intense start to the game.
Foul called on Majid to say it was an offensive foul. It'll remain 0-0 with 19:11 left in the first half. Now, Tritons, interesting enough, not starting out with the full court press. We saw them start out with the full court press in their home opener, but they're going to sag off a little bit. Barber, the top of the key. Here comes a drive, still waiting on the first shot from the Yellow Jackets. Their first possession went down as a steal. Their second possession almost went down as a steal as well. They're going to say it was a reach. Not a shooting foul, but the Tritons early. 2 team fouls already. Kind of in a bad situation. I mean, we're just over a minute into the first half, and we've already had 2 fouls. Not good, Link.
Got to kind of tame it down just a little bit, you know. It's just a game. I know we're excited, but we just kind of got to go with the flow a little bit more.
The Tritons, of course, very aggressive on defense. They're a team that will cause a lot of turnovers. They like to spread the ball around. Coach Helly has mentioned in previous seasons that he believes his most successful teams have been the most balanced ones, not with just one player being able to control the ball at all times. Waiting for the pass in, gonna go long. Gonna hit Quest McCrimmon. Top of the key, he'll hand off to Devin Fry. Nice ball movement by the Yellow Jackets. Tritons are sagging off on the perimeter, but they are really close inside. That'll be the first basket of the night. Scored by Helder Semedo. It's 2 points. 18 and a half minutes remain in half number 1. Kev Taylor push in half court. Here comes Jackson Smith to kick outside. And a steal. Fast break opportunity for the Yellow Jackets, and it's stolen away. The second steal for the Tritons as the Yellow Jackets have one. Kicking outside. They'll find Majid. Majid will roll down. Good ball movement, but the fast break transition has stopped. Kev Taylor for three.
Oh.
That was a similar play as the opening play for the Iowa Central Tritons on offense. 2 missed three-pointers off the front of the rim. It'll be 0-2. Under 8, where we have 18 minutes remaining in the first half. McCroonan. He'll dish it out. Off our defensive board by Kev Taylor. Way to go. Bo Barber. Gonna need to find a man open here. Jordan Majid. Man defense against the Iowa Central Tritons. Rochester Tech doing a good job at applying it. Jordan Majid, spot up jumper, it's good. 2-2. Jordan Majid gets the first points for the Iowa Central Tritons. Looking up at it, that's Kevonte Watts. Ooh, nice lob pass. Just went over the head of Helder Semedo as Jackson Smith and Bo Barber were there. Heavy defense. Too much for them. They got scared and ran away. That's really what happened there, Lank. Look at this full court press. Applied a double team early, and then they'll sag off. Got across the half court line. Don't need an 8-second violation. Baker to kick outside. Looking up with it. Jackson Smith spotting up Kev Taylor. Using his strength. Foul going to be called against the Yellow Jackets. Tritons to keep possession. They're saying that wrapped around Kev Taylor. Score remains 2-2 with 16:50 left in the first half. Just joined us, welcome. Listen to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the call for Triton Nation. Jackson Smith to the corner.
Oh.
Let it fly.
Barely.
I like the idea. Ooh, look at that diving attempt at the steal. Not going to come away with it. Here comes Yellow Jackets in transition. Another steal for the Tritons. And they get it back. Tritons are out of position. Luckily, they get back. A wide open Kevonte Watts. They've sagged off of him a little bit here, I've noticed. They don't believe in his three-point shot. Double teamed early. Majid comes away with the defensive board. The little man gets it done. Kev Taylor, he'll hand off. Majid will push down to Kev Taylor.
There we go.
And one opportunity for the Iowa Central Tritons. Kevin Taylor gets his first basket of the night. 4-2, shooting one. Wow. And that teamwork, that was excellent, man. That was a buddy system right there. We saw Jordan Majid. He got the defensive board. He passed it right away to Kev Taylor. Kev Taylor handed it back to Jordan Majid, and just like returning the favor, went for seconds, and then he threw one down back to Kevin Taylor, who was wide open, and got the and one opportunity, and he sunk it. 5-2, Iowa Central Tritons. So far, very, very contested matchup between these two basketball teams at the NJCAA level. Baker going to let him drive, kicking outside. Watts for three. Off the side of the rim, Jackson Smith pulls it down. The guards getting all the rebounds for the Iowa Central Tritons. Majid stops, drives, goes under the rim. He'll kick outside. Here comes Barker. Oh, just off the other side of the backboard. A little too much strength on that last shot. Quentin Williams now in the corner. That's a defensive board for Kev Taylor. That's his second. Barber going to take his time to push the court. Nice little step back, crossover. He'll hand off to Barker. Taylor at the top of the key. Look at this 6'3" kick that they like to run right here. Barber's going to stop. Wow, Majid. Nice little pump fake, but his shot will be blocked. Quentin Williams. Foul going to be called. They're going to stop the play. See what they give. Looks like a substitution for the Iowa Central Tritons, and look who comes in. Javante Keck for the Iowa Central Tritons, second team all-region player last year. He was one of the best, if not the best, starter for the team last season. I believe he was second in points per game. started the season with an ankle injury. He's now back in the lineup. Didn't get the start today, but let's see how he can fare against Rochester, as that one's going to be rewarded to the Yellow Jackets. 5-4. Majid to kick it out to Keck. Keck, nice little stutter roll. He's going to roll outside, gets around, shot blocked, but he gets it back. The tenacity is there. There's going to be a lot of points scored from Javante Keck in that position. Rolling to the rim, little hop jumper, and then throwing it up, catching his teammate off guard. 14-20, Jordan Majid gets another steal for this Triton defense. Kicking down to Keck. And Keck, his pass going to be intercepted. Quentin McCrimmon going to work outside. McCrimmon was stuck in the corner, so he's going to have to push it to the top of the key. We're working down now to the outside.
Got a whistle blown there. Going to be in favor of the Tritons, it looks like. Not only that, there's going to be some substitutions as well.
An offensive blocking foul. Yep, Javante Keck, he's going to come out. We're going to see some subs come in. It's going to be number 52 on the Triton side. That's Owen Thomas. Owen Thomas, we saw his physicality in the home opener. Very tough guy. Like an ox. As he's open in the corner, they're going to feed him the ball. As he pumps, rolls outside. Barker, he'll dish it off to Barber. Barber with the stutter step. Nice ball movement for the Iowa Central Tritons. 2 on the strong side. Majid now. He's going to work out and in. Jackson Smith in the corner. Oh, just off target. 5-4. 13 and a half minutes remain in the first half. Jackson Smith now going to let his guard go. Nick Pepin subbed in for the Yellow Jackets. I also see another substitution. Number 20, Peyton Dunham. He's right there. He's going to get the basket as he just checked in a minute ago, and he's going to give the Yellow Jackets back the lead. Tritons are down 5-6. Barber rolling with it, double teamed. He passes outside to Majid. What a catch. Decided to go for the contested shot. Not going to go in his favor. It'll remain 5-6. 12:45 on the clock. 3-point jumper is good for the Yellow Jackets. That was Quincy Berland on that last attempt, his first of the game. Double teamed in the corner. Going to have to throw it outside. Owen Thomas and Bo Barber had some miscommunication. 5-9 is the score. Just tuned in the broadcast, welcome. You're on Triton Nation's YouTube channel, listening to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the call for the Iowa Central Tritons. Link, what are you seeing so far, my man?
I'm seeing a lot of aggression, but in a good way. See, both of these teams' defenses are just phenomenal. You see how they stay on their guys, and that's so important. The pressing and all this, it just is a very active game.
Very active. Very active on defense. We've seen the Tritons come away with 3 steals already. A total of 4 turnovers have gone against them, 2 being fouls, another 2 being steals in favor of the Yellow Jackets. We see another substitution for the Iowa Central Tritons. Let's see who comes out. Coming in for the Iowa Central Tritons is Cale Stulo. Jordan Majid, he's going to check out and get a little rest. Barber will push to the outside perimeter. Kick it outside. And now Stulo's first shot, top of the key. A little too heavy on the shot. It'll be 5-9. Just under 12 minutes to play in the first half. This game has gone by very fast. Triton's last 2 contests scored 94 and then 58, so very high-scoring team as they're stuck at 5 in the middle of the first half. It's 5-11. I think the Tritons would have to burn a timeout here soon. So they've gone cold on offense. Goes back to those mind games. Kicking outside, Owen Thomas. Takes a pump fake. Barber now. Almost got stuck on a double. Tight defense, really good defense by number 4, Nick Pepin. Working outside, Barker to drive. Gonna have to stop, fade away, shot off the backboard. Foul against the Yellow Jackets. Tritons to retain possession. 11 minutes remain in the first half. The score, 5-11. And the Tritons are going to burn their first timeout. We're going to take a quick break and be back with more Triton basketball here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like.
Ooh. Play Daddy.
Skip fort training.
I see Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
I see.
Oh!
Welcome back, Triton Nation. I tell you what, so far, been a pretty good contest. The score, 5-11. The Tritons are down. They had the lead for about 5 minutes, but as of recent, they've lost it. They've been on a cold spell shooting behind the arc. They have only 2 field goals to go their way. The Tritons haven't scored in the last 5 minutes. They really need a score very soon here. Tell you what, the Tritons, they called their first timeout just a moment ago. They're coming out of their timeout. We're going to be back into play for NJCAA basketball. But before we do that, I'd like to thank our own sponsors of today's broadcast, CNOS at Unity Point Improving Health, proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics. Bo Barber to pass in for the Iowa Central Tritons. He's inbounding outside. Jackson Smith will get it first. Barker's working with it. He'll push down low. Owen Thomas now. Stopped at the top of the key. Taking the shot long.
Hey, there we go.
Wow. Nice shot, little stutter step back. Bo Barber.
Oh,
Steal opportunity. Owen Thomas to jump on it. They may call a jump ball. Let's see. The score is 8-11, folks. Got 10 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the Tritons, they're going to get it back. They'll pass in. They have 4 guys on the inside of the inner court. Full court press. Here we go. Stulo works outside. Let's see what number 12's got on 23. He'll kick it out to Barker. Barker will drive. Down low. Owen Thomas for 3.
oh, just short.
A little short there. Barker. Tritons do a really good job at getting their effort up on defense to make sure no fast break points are scored. I don't recall a single fast break point being scored so far in today's contest, Link.
I don't know.
Not a single one. 8-11 with 10:15 left in the first half. Another substitution coming out for the Yellow Jackets. Peyton Dunham coming on. Max Hammond. Looks like a substitution for the Tritons. Javante Keck, he's going to check in. Coming out is Owen Thomas. Keck was the very first substitution on the day for the Iowa Central Tritons, but he was subbed out as he committed 2 turnovers early. He's inside the box. And folks, he's still getting used to basketball. He's been out for quite some time, dealing with a leg injury. I believe it was his ankle to be certain. Ooh, see how we caught that?
Behind the back there.
Wasn't even looking. Man. Something I couldn't do.
No,
8-11, 10-10 left in the first half. And the man who just subbed out will come back in for the Yellow Jackets, Peyton Dunham. He'll come back in. Coming out, Colt Landers. Stulo jammed in the corner. Really nice hesitation, crossover. Going to work back to Barker. Bo Barber. Kick down low. Jackson Smith going to have to dish it really quickly. Jackson Smith was a part of that 2019 Ankeny State Championship team.
oh,
As he's in his second year for the Iowa Central Tritons. That last shot went up, could not fall. It's 8-11, 9.5 minutes remain in the first half.
Oh.
Barker goes up, gets the tip. Stulo comes down with the rebound. Kicking outside to Keck. Finds Jackson Smith. He's driving. Floaters up.
And it's in.
Roll around the net and get a score. It's a 1-point lead for the Jackets.
There we go. Hopefully we can gain the lead here in just a matter of moments, Hank.
And check this out. Yellow Jackets have their shooters in. Berlin's in right now, and he's open. We got to get a man on him as they fed him the ball right there. Stulo got back on him. He wanted to apply the double team. Keck goes up with it.
Oh.
Nice little offensive putback by Max Hammond. It's 10-13. We're under 9 minutes to play in the first half. Barker's in the corner. He's going to stop, roll outside. Keck is on the drive. They're not going to let Keck get inside at all. They know how good he is. He's going to have a really hard time tonight coming back off of an injury and being scouted out from last season. 10-13, 8.5 left on the first half clock. Barber, oh, he gets crossed. Berlin. He's going to dish it over to Peyton Dunham. Dunham is stuck in the corner. He's going to go outside. Nice grab in the air. Stulo going to have to play some really good defense tonight. These Yellow Jacket guards are talented, but they don't know how to pass. That one goes coast to coast and out of bounds. 10-13's your score. We got 2 Tritons subbing back in. Jordan Majid started the day at shooting guard. He's coming back in for the Iowa Central Tritons. Jackson Smith, Bo Barber getting the rest. Coming in for the Tritons as well. Going to be number 44. See here. It's Kyler Matthias. Stulo. He'll work outside. Find Keck. Barker rolling down low. Kick it out to Majid. Majid will drive. Pop jumper. Cannot get the friendly roll for the Tritons. 7:45 left in the first half. McCrimmon trying to shoot it outside. Keck gets beat out on an offensive board. He's rolling. Trying to find a lane. He can't, but will find a wide open guard. It's Kevonte Watts. Felt defensive pressure. He's going to miss that 3-point field goal. Stulo goes outside to Keck. Stulo now back to Barker. Barker will drive. Left hand jumper. He goes up with it. He's going to be fouled down hard on the court. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2. So he can make it a 1-point game, Link.
Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, Baker, here we go.
Triton's still trying to... What's that?
I was saying, hopefully we can make this a 1-point game.
I was going to say, Tritons, they need to find their rhythm on offense. They've yet to do that.
First shot, no good, but there is going to be a little bit of a switch up here for the Yellow Jackets. See if he can make the second one. Shot is up. Oh, just kind of played around there, but no good.
0 for 2 on the night for Barker at the free throw line. The score 10-13 with 7 minutes remaining in the first half. McCrimmon driving down low. It'll remain possession of Yellow Jackets. Rochester Tech, really physical team, and they have a lot of depth. Tritons got to crawl their way back into this one. Going to go out wide to McCrimmon. So they're going to find Devin Fry. Was open for a split second. Decided to wait till Stulo get back on him. Wanted to try to drive around him. And a steal, Javante Keck. Stulo going to take his time. Tritons need to find an offense. Dias going to go around to the top of the key. Nice ball movement. Perimeter passing. 4 in a row. Majid, crossover. Drive to the rim. Lay it up. And a steal. Oh. They're going to say it's going to remain with the Yellow Jackets. They're going to say a timeout was called on the Yellow Jacket side before the ball was turned over. 10-13 is your score. The Tritons are down in Fort Dodge, Iowa. 6.5 minutes remaining in the first half. We're going to take a quick break and be back with more Triton basketball after these few messages.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like.
Ooh. I got it.
Skip fort training.
I see, Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
I see.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, as we are here in Fort Dodge, Iowa, in Hodges Fieldhouse, waiting for the Tritons to be able to hopefully come back in this one. The score, 10-13, in possession of the Iowa Central Tritons. They're down by 3 points. They've struggled on offense, but have been really good on defense thus far. Oh, Majid is jammed in the corner. Double cross. Ooh, get a man slipping.
Oh,
Majid. Someone is getting frustrated out there. It's number 1, Cavante Watts. Jordan Majid has got the dance moves out on the court. Cavante Watts is frustrated with himself. Not a good enough defensive playmaker against Jordan Majid. The Tritons in the bonus. Majid will go to the line. And that's a big mental mistake. Coming out of a timeout, you do not want to commit a reach-in foul when your opposing team is on offense, especially with 5 minutes to go, 6 minutes to go in the first half. Majid will shoot one. The first one's up and no good. 10-13. And now this contest becomes a struggle at the free throw line. That's three in a row free throws missed by the Iowa Central Tritons. Watts going to work outside, driving to the lane. Matthias went up, but Helder Semedo did too. That's his 4th basket. 10-15. Majid on the double. He's going to work outside, driving down low. He'll kick it out. Keck for 3.
oh, man.
Side of the rim. Here we go. 2-on-1 opportunity. Yes, sir. Charge called. The first of the season. Number 22 in a Triton uniform just subbed in to Kyrie Fuller. Way to be of use. 10-15, 5.5 to go in half number 1. Majid will inbound to Stulo. Jeez, these Tritons know how to handle. Majid now, he's going to work to the weak side. Driving with his left, double team, kick it out. Keck was open, didn't decide to go to him. Matthias is going to take it for himself. A good decision. The score, 12-15. Fry going to kick it outside. Looking at Quincy Berlin. He's got 3 points. He's 1 for 1 behind the line. Watts will take another 3-point attempt. He's 0 for 3. Majid on the rebound. 1-on-1 opportunity. Euro step.
Oh,
Doesn't fall. 12-15. Triton's doing a good job at finding open lanes. Just cannot get it into the backboard. Into the net. Stulo outside. He's pushing the court. 3-on-3 opportunity. He's going to stop the traffic. Matthias for 3. Get in there. Matthias has got the last 5 for the Tritons. 15 all. With 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Way to go. The Triton sub player. He's saying, hey, coach, I need more minutes. Oh, lucky bounce off of the backboard. It's going to fall for the Yellow Jackets. 15-18. The Tritons will take a timeout. 4:09 left in half number 1. We'll be back after this short message.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like.
Ooh. I got it.
Skip fort training.
I see, Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
I see.
welcome back, Triton Nation, as we continue our game here at Hodges Fieldhouse. My mic was on top of my head. Okay, we're going to get right back into the action. Here is Hank Ambrose.
15-18 is your score. The Tritons just let up a three-pointer. They're going to drive down the half-court line. Kyler Mattias recently checked in. He's got the last 5 baskets for the Iowa Central Tritons. Keck has it. Outside on the perimeter, only one Triton is inside the circle. Keck to drive. Looking up with it. Going to go back to the top of the key. Jordan Majid, double teamed. Pass it down low. Shot clock violation against the Tritons. Yellow Jackets have an opportunity to extend the lead by 2 possessions with 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Folks, if you don't know, NJCAA men's basketball plays by the half, 20 minutes each. As we have burned through nearly 17 minutes, the score 15-18. Working outside. Devin Fry yet to take a shot. McCrinnan, he's going to give it up. Looks like a timeout is going to be called for the Iowa Central Tritons. I'll tell you what, let's keep it right here. Coach Helly, he's burned about, 3 or 4 timeouts so far in this half. I will say, though, the Tritons, they are in the bonus, so every single foul that goes their way, they're going to get to the line. Now, depending on the foul, like we seen earlier, Jordan Majid may just take 1 free throw, and the Tritons, they've missed their last 3 free throws. They have to be better at the line. If they've made the last 3, of course, it would be a tie game. 3 minutes, 22 seconds exactly left in the first half. What have you seen, Link?
You know, it's like I keep saying, there's a lot of aggression going on here, but it's a good aggression. The Tritons I'm talking about are so good with their defense. And that's not to say that the Yellow Jackets aren't either. They're good too, but, we've been a little far behind. Not too bad, though, but hopefully we can gain back to the tying point and then hopefully take over a lead again. I don't know if that's really clear, but that's kind of what I've been going around about 100 miles an hour watching this. I don't really have a firm grasp on what's going on. So
Good point.
Just a lot of good defense, basically, is the takeaway from this.
That's true. I mean, Tritons are a team averaging over 75 points so far. We're very early in the season still, but to be held to just 15 points with 3 minutes left in the first half, that's pretty substantial, especially for playing at home. Here we go. We're back in play here in Hodges Fieldhouse. If you don't know, the Tritons, they're located in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Jordan Majid crossing the line. Keck at the top of the key. He'll dish one off. Majid, drive, step back, jumper. Off the heavy square.
Looks like we have a traveling call. It's going to be in the favor of the Tritons, though. I have number 44. It looks like Kyler Mathis throw in over to Barber.
15-18, under 3 minutes to play. Barber, DeKyre Fuller. Mattias will stay in with it. Jackson Smith now. He's going to go around the world. Double teamed. Jackson Smith. Look at this double team. They keep getting past our guards.
Perfect
3-point shot.
Execution there.
Bo Barber. His second three-pointer of the night. 18-18, 2.5 remaining in Hodges. Shot is up. Three-pointer off the side of the rim goes up. DeKyre Fuller comes down with the rebound. Mattias, he's going to send it over to the point guard. Here comes Barber. Cutting up a man. Going to go to the outside. Back to Barber. He's our shooter. Javante Keck takes a shot. His first basket in the 2021-2022 season. He's going to get the lead back for the Iowa Central Tritons. The score, 21-18 with exactly 2 minutes to play in the first half. I tell you what, folks, we're going to be right back after a word from after this message.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like.
Ooh. My Daddy.
Skip fort training.
I see, Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, as we watch the Tritons take on the Yellow Jackets here at Hodges Fieldhouse tonight. Minute 59 on the score in the first half here, 21-18. Score is in the favor of the Tritons. Well, Hank, you like sports radio, right?
I love it. Love it, Link.
Yeah, so you would, because you have a show about sports.
Yes, I do. Moments with Montalto every single Monday night, 6 p.m. We have a great time talking with all of the head coaches here on Iowa Central Campus. Talk with Coach Montalto, Coach Fuller, as they end out their football and volleyball season. Along with that, we're also going to sit down and talk with some of the winter sport coaches. Talk with Coach Helly, some of the players for him. Talk with Coach O. We're actually going to have an interview being played for the halftime show with Coach Ortmeyer. Talked about his season thus far and what to come for this women's basketball team. And then later in these coming weeks, we're going to sit down with Coach Moffitt, the head wrestling coach. Talk about what the Tritons can do to become national champions once more in Iowa's beloved sport of wrestling.
Yes, sir. 88-1 The Point. KICB is where you can catch that show Monday nights.
6 p.m. 21-18, minute 41 remaining in the first half. Link?
Yeah, it's just always a good time is what I was going to say. Here we go. We're going to have the Yellow Jackets throw us back into action here. See what happens.
Nick Pepin has it. Top of the key. Oh, travel. Yes, sir. Nice call, head referee. It'll be 21-18. This is the first time the Tritons will have the lead and be in possession of the basketball since the 17-minute marker. Now a minute and a half remaining as Yellow Jackets going to call on a full-court press. Smith will dish. It looks like Helly may call a timeout.
Oh.
There was a substitution, so I believe they just stopped the play and they're going to resume it. No timeout called. They're going to make sure the line ref just missed the substitution. Coach Helly going over to check on his player. Tell him who's checking in. Yellow Jackets going to call their men over to talk. Tritons are ready to go. They're on the court. Yellow Jackets get back. 21-18, a minute and a half remaining in the first half. Barber is with it. Nice crossover, goes behind the back, crosses the half-court line. He's going to drive to the perimeter, takes a shot, it goes in!
Nothing but net.
Three-pointer swish, 24-18. Bo Barber has his third three-pointer of the day. Okran Huskan is outside. He had to dish it out. Oh, they had a wide-open man. They're going to try to go to Watts. Watts will drive. He goes up, lays it in. And a charge. It's going to go against the Yellow Jackets. Watts is not having himself a day. He's getting crossed up. He's getting called on offensive fouls. Ball going back in possession of the Iowa Central Tritons. A score 24-18 with exactly 1 minute to play in the first half. Matthias to throw in. Goes for a short pass. Coach Helly calling for a play. Calling for a screen for Barber. Barber will kick out wide. Jackson Smith to dump off. Back to Barber. Barber thought about shooting it. Going to have to go back to the top of the key. Ooh, Keck fall down on that ankle he's been having troubles with. Driving now, Matthias.
Oh.
Off the near side of the rim. 35 seconds to go. Jackson Smith, the high flyer. Look at that defense. Get that out of here.
Not today.
Since he swatted away, it's going to remain with the Yellow Jackets, but that was crucial to stop the fast break. I don't think the Yellow Jackets have had a fast break point yet. Triton defense, they know how to hustle. They know how to get back to the other end of the court to stop that offense. DeKyrie Fuller goes up with it. Good defense. See the foul called. I think it's going against the Tritons. I don't believe it's a shooting foul. Oh, hold on a minute. Let's see.
Yeah, I think it is, Hank. That's going to be...
It will be. Well, I don't know if it was for sure called a shooting foul, but it is. They are in the bonus. That is for certain.
It's going to be number 5. That is West McCrimmon. Shots up. It is in.
He'll shoot 2. 24-19.
Shots up. Here we go. Both in. We're now 20 and 24. Tritons still lead.
Got no shot clock here. This could be the final play of the first half. Got 15 seconds remaining on the game clock. Majid to drive. Stopping it. Goes to the rim. Ooh, had to dish outside.
Oh.
A steal. Matthias almost won it back. Got to be a half-court heave. 2 seconds,
Oh.
1 second. Lays it up and in. Wide open. What a way to end off the first half. Holy smokes. Went through the hands of 2 Yellow Jackets. Found its way to a wide open number 25. Max Hammond, the score 24-22 after the first half. I tell you what, we're going to sit down with Coach O and talk a little bit about the women's basketball team and much more here on this YouTube channel. But after that, we're going to cover the halftime report, so make sure you stick around for the rest of the broadcast tonight. We'll be right back after this short break.
These tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like.
Ooh. Go. I got it.
Skip fort training.
I see, Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
I see.
Oh!
Welcome back to the halftime report of the men's basketball game here at Iowa Central Community College. I have a very special guest for the halftime show today, Coach O. He stopped by to talk a little about the women's team, their season so far, and what to expect for this upcoming 2021-2022 season. Coach O, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on the show. And you know, again, the next time you're broadcasting this, hopefully we're 3-0.
Absolutely. Undefeated so far on the season, which reminds me, 5 starts in a row will be at homes, which is crucial to be back in Hodges Fieldhouse. I mean, especially with the fans coming back this season for the first time in 2 seasons, I believe now, with the COVID year. So what's it mean to be back, being a head coach of a basketball team, to be able to pack the house again in Fort Dodge, Iowa?
You know, it's special. It's nice to get back into rhythm, have things back to normal at this point, you know, knock on wood. You know, we don't want to go back to how it was at the end of last season. But, you know, it makes a difference having those fans in the stadium, you know, in the crowd and in the gym, and even for our other sports in the stadium outdoors. And it's just nice having everything back to some normalcy. I know at the end of last season with the run we made, you know, I think we won 10 out of our last 11, and, you know, not having necessarily the biggest crowd that we had there, it made a difference in, you know, just in terms of the atmosphere in some of those games, and being able to even go on the road and win a region championship at DMAC and not have a single fan in the stands, you know, it changed everything. So it's good for us because, again, we've got a young team, we've got a lot of freshmen, so being able to work them into some games here at home, kind of get those early season jitters out of the way. I think they've done a great job with it so far.
You have just 5 returning sophomores, I believe, in the lineup overall. Yes. Taylor McKinney was on, actually. She's one of the sophomores for the first edition of the halftime show. And, you know, a sophomore from last year, Isabel West, who's moved on to Division I collegiate basketball at Murray State.
Yep.
She's kind of who you went through the basketball and offense with for the past 2 seasons. She was with us for the Iowa Central Tritons. Now, did you have an idea of who you wanted to kind of run the offense through, or maybe be spread, or what did you think about that, Coach?
Sure. I think with any coach, when they step into their first season, you've got to learn your personnel, and you've kind of got to understand where essentially where your offense, your bread and butter on offense is going to be. For us last year, it was really playing off our inside game. Belle was an excellent player. You know, she was a double-double machine. I think she had 17 double-doubles and 20-some regular season games, and obviously it was a big part of our offense. So, you know, we were able to utilize her skill set, you know, and obviously for her, she's doing great things now, moved on to Murray State, and had some minutes in an exhibition game, you know, a couple nights ago. So she's on her way, but I think traditionally my best teams offensively have been when we've had great balance. So knowing that, there just were some things in terms of trying to get maybe a little faster on the perimeter, trying to get some players that could get out and really push the basketball, which again, I think in our first 2 games, if you look at our box scores, we have 60 points in transition. So we're trying to really push tempo, you know, use our depth to our advantage. And then we had to add some outside shooting. I think as a team last year, we shot 28%. Maybe haven't quite shown that outside shooting ability yet in our first 2 matchups, but hopefully our next 2 we get that going, and we can play off the outside game as well.
Well, hey, I say this in the broadcast. Early season, you're going to see a little bit of struggling, getting used to the rim, the net, especially your transition from high school to college-level basketball. Something that Coach Helly said in our first interview of the season earlier was, and I totally agree with this, is it's a big jump from high school to college basketball, because in high school, your high school team may be going up against 1 collegiate player on the opposing side, maybe 2, 3 if they're the state champs probably. But, I mean, now you're playing against every single collegiate player per team. You know, what's that big transition like as a player from their first season in college basketball?
Sure. I think number one is the speed. You've got to adjust to the speed. Everything is faster because, again, just like you alluded to, every player now typically was one of the better players at their high school. So instead of maybe, you know, you get a good defender on you once every 5 games, you've got somebody who's pretty skilled and pretty fast and, you know, has played now at a pretty high level of basketball for multiple years. So number one is the speed. Number two, about halfway through the summer, we get, you know, an email saying that they've moved the 3-point line back for women's basketball. So, you know, that was an adjustment as well. You know, it's only about a foot, but at the same time, you're still shooting a foot further back, and you get used to a certain distance after years and years. And even for high school student athletes, it's a little closer. So now you're looking at maybe 2 feet back. So you know, there's an adjustment period to that as well. And then I would say the third thing that you've got to take into consideration is there's film everywhere, you know. So as you get deeper into the season and you play some teams 2 times, 3 times, they've probably watched you on film at least 6-7 games. So you start picking up on tendencies. It's a little tougher to get your shot off because, again, you know, as you get deeper into the season, if you're a good offensive player, they may face guard you. They may, you know, defend you a little differently. So there's a lot of different factors that come into it. But that's where, again, as a coach, we've got to put them in a great position to be successful.
I didn't even think of that. That's a great point. And with this upcoming season, we have almost 10 new cameras in the gym now, which is kind of like a double-ended sword now that I think about it. So maybe should I apologize for that? No, anyway.
It's great. No, we love the coverage.
Okay, great. You know, so let's talk about the season so far. 2-0 so far. Someone I've been really impressed with, Carly West. She led the team in points the very first game, and then you guys had a blowout very early on, and we got to see a lot of the freshmen, some key players that we're probably going to see in the substitution role. They got to play a lot in the second half. What have you been most impressed with your team so far?
Sure. So again, with Carly, I mean, she was a second-team All-Region player. You know, we expected big things for her this season coming back, and she's a spark plug. You know, she has that ability to you know, maybe struggle for the first 3-4 minutes of the game, and then all of a sudden by halftime you look at the box score and she's, you know, 8 for 12, and, you know, she's getting to the rim, she's slashing, she's getting good high percentage shots. So she just has that ability to make plays. She's a playmaker, and you can see that even on the defensive side. You know, she'll be may look like she's out of position and not paying attention, and all of a sudden she'll scoop up a steal just because, again, her ability to close the gap quickly, you know, she's really able to make some plays. So, but I would say as our group as a total, you know, we've had good showing from our depth. You know, you look even at our last game, I know we had, I think, 20, 30 points off the bench, which, you know, we had some games last year where our starting lineup would score and contribute, and we get 0 points from our bench. So, you know, again, not anything against our players from last season. It's just we've got a little deeper team in terms of maybe some offensive scoring coming off the bench this year. And, you know, it's good to have those contributions. A lot of teams in our league are going to play 6 to 8 players in a rotation. So for us to be 10, 11, 12 deep, pressing, trying to wear the other team down, it's going to give us a huge advantage, especially once we get later into the season, January, February, when teams start breaking down a little bit. We should hopefully be able to lean on our depth.
For sure. So your first 2 matches were home, and then you'll have another 3 at home. What's your upcoming schedule look like following these next few weeks, Coach?
Sure. So next week we have a home game Tuesday against Buena Vista at home, and then we follow that up on Friday with the home matchup against William Penn. And then the week after that, we'll play Minnesota West out of Worthington, Minnesota. They'll come down here for our 5th straight home game. And then our first road game of the season will be at Rochester Tech. And then we'll see some opponents for the second time around. And then once we hit December 1st, we'll start conference play. So it'll be here shortly. I mean, and once we hit that conference slate, it's a battle every single night. We have a strong region. I know, again, we're one of the 3 ranked teams in Region 11 at this point. And, I think, again, there's 6-7 teams that have that ability to get votes and get into the top 25. So it's a deep region. And for us, especially early, we've got to just show that we can play sharp against some of these teams. Maybe these JV teams aren't always as skilled. Games get a little sloppy. But, that's one thing that we've preached with the team is, stay consistent with your approach, make smart plays, stay in system, and just stay solid with what we're doing.
I noticed something clicked in your eyes when you talk about conference play. Let's talk about the goals of the season.
Sure.
Conference, I'm sure, is part of it. What else would you like to see done for this basketball team?
Well, we want to set the bar high. Obviously for our girls, we'd want to ultimately go out and win a region championship. Our region gets 1 bid to the national tournament. So again, you have to take home the region championship if you want to go to the national tournament. And again, it's something that we talk about as a program and as a team. That's ultimately the girls, their top goal. But again, we always talk about the process to get there too. Mm-hmm. We've got 4 or 5 different benchmarks that we want to reach every game in terms of what we want to do points per game, what points we want to hold our opponent to. We want to try and, roughly average about 75 a game, hold our opponents to about 55 per game. We want to out-rebound teams, win the turnover battle, and then, those are kind of the top 4 things that we talk about with our group. And, typically if we hit 3 out of the 4, we're going to be in a pretty good spot.
Well, hey, so far, 2-0 on the season.
Yeah.
Can't complain about that, Coach.
Yep.
Y'all are looking very, very good. Haven't seen too much of a battle. I can see that your team is still improving, though, from just noticing you guys in preseason when I was setting up the cameras before we were getting that ready for you guys for winter sports. So you guys are very hardworking, and I'm really excited to cover the rest of your season, and I always leave each and every single coach with the spotlight at the end of the interview. So if you would like to turn that camera there and promote your team a little bit or spill whatever your heart would desire, go on ahead, Coach.
Okay, thank you. Again, just appreciate all the support through the preseason and our scrimmage season, and even through our first 2 games, we've had some great turnouts at the Hodges Field House. We'd love to see a full packed house next week on Tuesday and Friday for our next 2 home games. I think, again, our girls would really appreciate the packed house. And again, ranked number 16 in the country, and it's a fun team to watch. We push the tempo, and we're going to get after teams and press. So just would love to have the house packed next week.
Well, let's do it, Coach. Go Iowa Central Tritons. I'd like to thank you for joining the broadcast today.
Appreciate it.
And I'll tell you what, let's get back into the men's matchup tonight.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, as we watch the Tritons take on the Yellow Jackets here at Hodges Fieldhouse tonight. That was a good interview, Hank. We're going to start the halftime show now. So what have you taken away from this game as of now?
Well, hey, first off, I'd like to thank Coach O for stopping by the studio and letting me interview him. I'm excited for this upcoming season for the women's team and for the men's team, of course. And, of course, wrestling season, that runs in my blood. I cannot wait to watch the wrestlers. All of winter sports I have a great time with, and thank you for saying those kind words. What I've been excited about, is that what?
Yes.
So what I've been excited about is the Tritons. They've been down all of the first half. That's not good. But in the closing minute and a half, they did come back off of 3 consecutive three-point shots in a row to retain the lead. The score is now 24-22. They blew a last-second field goal by the Yellow Jackets in the closing second. It was a buzzer beater.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't as miraculous. It wasn't your SportsCenter top 10 half-court heave or anything like that. But it went off his fingertips in the closing second. went in off of the backboard, and now the Tritons, they're warming up to go. We have a minute 45 to go here before we head into half number 2. So far, Tritons, they've been stunned on offense, haven't been able to bring anything together besides the last 3 minutes. They've been pretty good, I will say that. They've had their best run the last 3 minutes of the first half. They need to get things going early in half number 2. On defense, they have been unstoppable. The only fast break point they allowed was that last 2-pointer to close out the half. That was the only one. So the Tritons on defense, very impressed with so far. We've seen some shooters on the Yellow Jacket side. They had a really good job at controlling the ball, being able to milk the clock down, because they had the lead for, how long was it? Over 15 minutes, I believe, in the first half, and they just blew it within the closing minutes, which that can happen in basketball. That could have been the final possession of the game. If we were talking this was in the second half and the Tritons would have had just a 2-point victory, that could have happened. So both these teams have to be on their toes and ready to go to start the second half. They're going to be getting out off of the court. On the Yellow Jacket side, we got a few more Tritons shooting. What did you like about the first half, Link?
You know, and I probably sound like a broken record, but the defense has been so good. And the fact of how fast we've made a comeback and get the lead, you know, like you said, it's only by 2, but it's still pretty impressive how fast we came back with the 3-pointers within a very short amount of time. But, you know, we just kind of got to be aware of our opponent here. We have a very worthy opponent.
Yeah, you know, the Tritons, they need a big win here. I mean, against Rochester Tech, that would be huge. Rochester Tech, they made a big trip down from Minnesota. Tritons want to make sure they get another victory tonight. That would bring them to 2-1. After tonight, they have 5 home games in a row in Hodges Fieldhouse. The ladies, they have 5 home games to start the season. They have 3 more left before they travel up to Minnesota, back to where these guys are from. Tell you what, it is great to be a Triton in the month of November. A lot of action here in Hodges Fieldhouse, a lot of action at Dodger Stadium. Tomorrow, we're going to be over and participating for the football broadcast as well as the Iowa Central Tritons. They're going to take on Grandview JV. So I cannot wait to be a part of that one. Here we go. Tritons will push the court. Working down low now. Yellow Jackets are in possession of the basketball as they work outside. Here we go. Outside once more. Going up with it. Going to get that thing loose. It'll remain 24-22, 19 and a half. Tritons take possession of the basketball for the first time this half. Barber, he's going to touch it first for the Iowa Central Tritons. Is Kevin Taylor. We haven't seen him a lot in the closing 10 minutes of the first half, but he's checked back in here now. He'll drive to the rim. He's going to throw it up off of the backboard. It'll roll around the rim and go out. 24-22 remain. 3-point shot, no good on the Yellow Jacket side. Kicking outside, Kev Taylor goes up with it. Offensive board. Tritons, good ball movement. Double team against Bo Barber. They'll find Taylor. He's open, goes up and over the rim. They're going to call a travel against the Iowa Central Tritons. So we're through 1 minute in the second half. Score remains the same as it did at halftime. Going to work outside. McCrimmon. He's going to have to pass it to the perimeter. See the foul. Foul will be on Kevin Taylor. That was his third. If he gets a total of 6, then he's going to check out. Kev Taylor's in foul trouble early. Javante Keck will sub back in. Going to push down low. Jordan Majid tried to keep his hand on the ball. Would have been awarded with the first steal of the second half, but it's going to get away from him. Pushing down low. Keck. Coach and staff saying that Keck stepped out. He didn't. Keck going to keep it for himself. Ooh. Low dribbler. Jackson Smith tried to keep it in. He couldn't. 18-30. Love the effort. It's going to go back to the Yellow Jackets. Link, what do the Tritons have to do to keep their lead alive.
Keep that ball moving, man. You know, take good shots. Be aware of where you're shooting from, and just keep pressing, man.
Devin Fry near the free throw line. Look at that soft roll. It'll be 24-24. Look at this. Full court press early to start the second half. Jordan Majid near the top of the key. He'll hand off. Going down the court. Going to push outside. Majid will get it back. Great ball movement. Finds Keck. He's open in the corner. They're going to say that he was fouled at the three-point line. He's going to go to the free throw line for three. 24-24. Tritons have struggled shooting free throws as of recent history, as it's going to be hopefully a turnaround here to start the second half. The first free throws attempted by the Tritons in half number 2.
See what we could do here. First shot is up. No good. Just a little close there. Hopefully, second one he'll make it in.
Because he was fouled at the three-point line, he's going to get 3 attempts. He's missed his first 2. That is 7 in a row missed by the Tritons. 8. Tritons have struggled on the line. Have an idea of what we're going to access in practice early on this week. Fry at the top of the key. Rolling to the left. He's going to find Watts, who could have taken a shot, but he's going to decide to pass it. Fry's three-point shot is good. He's 1 for 4 behind the line. 3-point lead goes to the Yellow Jackets, 24-27. Barber, Watts. Watts versus Barber has been a lot of fun to watch tonight. Really good one-on-one matchup between the two. Each of them have been taking each other's ankles. They're going to switch them off. Dish into the corner. Keck for 3. Rolls out of the rim. It'll remain 24-27. 17 minutes to play in the second half. Shot. Going to stay. See the call. Coach Ellie not happy about that one, saying that they shoved the Yellow Jacket in the back. Be a second team foul to start the second half. So that'll be the third team foul. The third team foul in the second half. Call was against Javante Keck. I guess they're going to give it back to the Yellow Jackets, saying that Jackson Smith tipped it out last second. (24-27). Yellow Jackets are up and have possession of the basketball. Working down low, Quentin Williams. He'll hand off. Devontae Watts now. Williams tries to find an open man. He can't. Watts for 3. Front of the rim. He's 1 for 5. Barker to push. To Barber. To Majid. Majid. Crossover. Drive to the net. Puts one up. Doesn't go in. Shooting foul against Cavante Watts. Majid will go to the line. Let's see if he can stop the Triton dry spell at the free throw line. A huge factor that the Yellow Jackets have been working in their favor is that Kevin Taylor, who leads the team in points per game, he's been in foul trouble all of this game. Here we go, Majid shooting 2. First one's up and
there
in.
we go. Breaking that spell as we were talking about, Hank.
Yep.
See if you can't do that again.
25-27.
It's good for the second shot. 1 point different game here.
And a substitution for the Iowa Central Tritons. Jackson Smith to come out. Coming on, Kyler Matthias. Tritons looking like they want more of a heavy ball lineup. McCrimmon to push outside. McCrimmon finds himself open. Can't get it to go. Matthias, as soon as he checked in, he got himself another rebound tonight. 26-27, Tritons looking to make the lead back in their favor. Barker to dish to Majid. He'll drive to the lane. Goes up with it. The rim was not in his favor. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Devin Fry now. On the wing. He'll drive. Oh, Barker had an opportunity to get a steal. Just went over his head. Berlin now. Gonna have to hand off. Goes over to Williams. Finds a wide open McCrimmon. Goes up with it. Oh, let's see the call. Offensive violation was in the box for way too long. 15 and a half minutes to remain in the second half to play in Hodges Fieldhouse. The Tritons will throw in 26-27. Bo Barber's got it. He's going to try for Majid. Majid will keep it. He'll push the court to the perimeter. Nice step back. He's rolling outside. He's going to find Keck. Keck to drive. Looking long, finds Barber. Barber, pump fake. Step back. Barker keeping it for himself. He'll drive. Layup attempt is good. The Tritons get the lead back. 28-27. Shot is up. They're going to call a travel against the Yellow Jackets.
Oh, man.
That's a tough call. And it's the way that number 12 shoots on the Yellow Jacket side, Quincy Berlin. Wide open jumper and transition. That would have been the 5th point off of a fast break. Berlin has a shot where he has his right foot lean a little forward, and they say that he moved it when he was stuck. Double team, and Coach Helly, he's going to call a timeout. So it'll stay in possession of the Tritons. A score 28-27, 15 minutes to play in the second half. We're going to be right back after this quick break.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Welcome back, Triton Nation. If you just joined the broadcast, welcome. Listen to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the call for the Iowa Central Tritons. Before we get back into the match tonight, I'd like to shout out my boys in the booth. Max, he's over running scoreboard. Tritons trying to find a dish there. We got Brandon, he's on graphics for the day and camera. And with Javi, he's producing the broadcast tonight. So thank you to my boys in the booth. So we have a shooting foul go against the Yellow Jackets. Bo Barber to go to the line for 2. The score 28-27. Link, going ahead, my man.
All right, Barber here for going for 2 here. Let's see what he can do. 28-27 is the score. Tritons leading. Let's see if he can't get us. Ooh, that was close, that first shot there. Let's see if we can't get 29 here. Barber's been doing a good job for us today. Getting a lot of our 3-pointers. As we mentioned, that shot is good. 29-27. Back to the game.
That'll make it 10 points for Barber. He's leading the day for the Tritons. He's got 3 3-pointers, as you mentioned, Link. Quest McCrimmon, he's going to work outside to Fry. Oh. Fry's jumper. His hop jumper is good. 29-29. Barber to drive. Going out wide. Matthias. Back to Majid. Majid could have took it for himself. Decided to drive to the lane. Matthias kicking it out. Majid open again. He'll drive. Back to Matthias for 3 in the corner.
Oh.
Rolling off the front of the rim. The score 29-29. Ooh, hard foul. Oh, geez. Landed awkwardly there on his back. He appears to be okay. It was Quest McCrimmon who came down really hard on the court. You don't like to see that. Never like to see an injury in any sport. That one looked like he almost came down on his head, but it appears he's okay. Landed on his back with an opportunity to tie it up, to take the lead.
First shot is in. Second shot again in. 31-29 now. Yellow Jackets leading. Tritons going to start us back off.
Barber will be stuck up in the corner. He's going to dish outside. Matthias. Matthias Barber, really good connection. Bow to drive. Kick outside, Matthias finds an open Keck. Keck for three. Off the front of the rim on his near side. Matthias almost comes away with a steal. 29-31 is your score in Hodges Fieldhouse. Quincy Berlin is with it. For three. It's good. Colt Landers gets his first basket of the night. 29-34. Yellow Jackets making a chant on their sideline.
Oh.
Barber tried to do a bank shot. Kev Taylor checked back in after he's been in foul trouble. See if they won it back. Luckily, he jumped on the ball first. They're saying that he did. Bo Barber looks like he'll inbound for the Tritons. But first, a timeout. We're going to take a quick break and be back with more Triton basketball after this short break.
Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. You can always find people who are helping. Thank you to all the first responders who put their lives in danger to help us when my brothers and sisters and mom and dad and grandpa and grandma need them.
Thank you, first responders.
We look out for the helpers because they look out for us.
At the end of the day, this is what I signed up for as a first responder, and this is what I love to do. And I'm going to continue going to work day in and day out and providing help to those that need it.
Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Love you. Mwah.
Be safe, look after yourself, and look after one another. Thanks.
Welcome back, Triton Nation. If you just tuned in the broadcast, welcome. I'd like to thank you for checking us out here on Triton Nation. I'd like to also thank my sponsor, CNOS at Unity Point, Improving Health, proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics. As we get back into the broadcast here, the score 29-34. I'd like to also shout out my boys in the booth. Max is running the scoreboard tonight. We got Brandon over on camera, and Javi, he's producing the content for us. Listen to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the call for the Tritons. As of recent memory, we saw jump ball, but Tritons, they got it back. They're going to be inbounding. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 13 minutes to play in the second half. Barber passes it in to Majid. Matthias will drive. Floater.
Oh.
Block foul against the defense. They're actually going to call a shooting foul because Matthias will go to the line. Ty's first shot.
Hey, there we go. 34-30, Yellow Jackets lead. Let's see this next shot. It's up in the air, and it's good for 31.
31-34. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Berlin just charged to travel. To Pepin now. Back to Berlin. Good ball movement. Near the free throw line. Unsuccessful. 3-point lead by the Yellow Jackets with 12.5 minutes to play. Kick outside. Stulo could have taken it. Keck. Pump fake. Drive back out to Matthias. Dice in the corner. Drive on the weak side. Tritons doing a good job at taking their time to find an open man. They'll find Keck.
Oh.
Off the front of the rim. Doesn't go well for him. They'll call over the back against Majid. (31-34), 12:15 left on the second half clock. Let's see who's inbounding for us, Link.
Looks like we will be having, can't really see the number, I think it's 21. That's going to be Lucani Alberto. We're going to have number 12, Quincy Berlin, going down the lane here. Let's see what happens.
And a steal. Here comes Kev Taylor and the man in transition.
Oh!
Devontae Watts gets called on the foul. It's his fourth. Looks like they're going to sub him out. Nothing for certain yet. It was a shooting foul.
Going back to the line. Yes, sir. Kevin Taylor. First shot is no good, almost. Kind of did that toilet bowl effect there, but ultimately no good.
And if the Tritons were just 50% from the free throw line, they'd have the lead. But they've made just 2. So we're approaching 10.
Shot number 2 up in the air. It is in. 34-32 now the score. Yellow Jackets still lead this game.
Berlin will hand off. Looking at McCrimmon, who just subbed in. Going to say no good. Foul was called before he got the shot off. Blocking foul called, so it'll be checked in. Head official going over to talk with the Yellow Jacket coaching staff. They actually were going to call an offensive foul, it looks like. They thought that it was a shooting foul for the Yellow Jackets. It's an offensive foul.
Looks like we have Matthias going to be throwing back in for the Tritons. Let's see. 11:49 in the second half remains.
Matthias taking off like a jet. Stop on the wing. Oh, Kev Taylor, what a cut. Trying to draw the foul, they won't. Majid, dish it down low. Matthias to drive again. Floater.
It's in.
Rolls around and falls. It's 34 all at Hodges Fieldhouse. 11.5 minutes to play in the second half. They're saying Berlin stepped out. The Tritons going to take back over. Berlin not very effective with his feet. He's a shooter, but he's going to have to find a way to know where he is at. 11:15 left in the second half. Matthias will throw in. Stulo. We have Stulo, Majid, Kev Taylor, and Javante Keck in for the Iowa Central Tritons. Stulo with it. Little crossover. Getting close to the line. Makes his presence known. Tritons looking to get the lead back. Had the lead at halftime. They lost it early to start the second half. Back to Stulo. Played a lot of minutes in the second half. It's just the second time he's checked in half number 2. Majid, ooh, that slipped. Keeps it alive. Matthias for 3.
Oh. Close.
Tritons got to get back on defense. Keck goes over his head. A wide open three-point jumper is good. 23, Andre Crockett. 34-37, Majid on the drive. Tritons have given up one too many three-point field goals. Foul is on Andre Crockett. Brownie says it's his first, so we will see Matthias go to the line. Down 3. Tritons need to make this closer.
The shot is good. And here goes shot number 2. It is up and good as well. 37-36.
10.5 minutes to remain in the final half to play. Nick Pepin, the point guard, is with it. McCormick dishing it to Crockett. Look at this ball movement link. So good. Tritons doing a great job at sticking with it on man defense. Crimin drives, almost gets it stolen. And there we go. They're going to say it was last out off of the fingertips of Pepin. Tritons will get the ball back. 1 point difference. The Tritons with an opportunity to take the lead back. We've yet to see it since the first 2 minutes of the second half. Got to fight. Be Triton tough. Here we go. Stands packed. Hodges Fieldhouse on the home side. Majid on the wing. He'll drive. Wide open. Got blocked by number 20, Peyton Dunham. Tritons get back on defense. Keck is there. And a steal by Stulo and Keck. Majid going to reward Keck in the corner. He's going to stop. Tritons. Oh, Keck. Started to limp on that leg of his. Uh-oh. Hope he's okay. Well, the great thing is the Tritons are already in the bonus with 9.5 minutes remaining in the second half link. That means every foul, Tritons going to get sent to the line. They've struggled at the line.
First shot is good, by the way.
But that'll make it a tie. Keck with an opportunity to take the lead back for the Tritons. Sophomore leader.
There we go.
Second team all-region all-star gets it done for the Iowa Central Tritons. He's going to be subbed out, checked out as he's got issues on his ankle. And it looks like the Yellow Jackets, since they've burned the lead, they're going to take a timeout. Let's take one with them. We'll be back with more Triton basketball after this short break.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like.
Ooh. Hey, Daddy.
Skip fort training.
I see, Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
I see.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, to your home broadcast of the Iowa Central Tritons taking on Rochester Tech out of Minnesota. Yellow Jackets are down by 1 point. The Iowa Central Tritons just got the lead back for the first time since the 2-minute marker to start half number 2. Just joined the broadcast. Listen to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the call for the Tritons. Link, what's ahead for the sports schedule on this Triton resume?
Oh, man, we got a lot of home games coming up here. On the 9th, we have Grandview JV. 11th, we have Mount Mercy. Minnesota West on the 17th, Dakota County on the 19th, and the 20th, Central Columbus. All very good teams coming up. Don't want to miss this on Triton Nation, folks. Hodges Fieldhouse
is the place to be. Here comes the drive, the steal. Matthias is turning into one of my favorite Triton basketball players. He's a substitution player, but has gotten a lot of minutes. Well-deserved. He's played defense. He's played offense, and he has crashed the board. Here he goes in the corner. He'll find Stulo. Tritons with some extra effort to begin the closing minutes of the second half. Here comes Stulo on the drive. He'll find an open Majid. Majid to take it for himself. Up and in. 40-37. Tritons extend the lead by 3.
Sir.
Now the biggest lead differential has been just between, I believe, 5 total points. So this has been a close one, neck and neck, all the way through. Make sure you check out the end of this game today and the post-game report provided by Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Goes up with it. Shot clock violation. Needed to get it off quickly. They didn't. 40-37. The Yellow Jackets are falling in pieces. In for the Iowa Central Tritons, we see Kyler Matthias, Kalen Stulo, Jordan Majid, Josh Barker, along with Kevin Taylor. Kevin Taylor has led the way for the Iowa Central Tritons in points per game. Hasn't been very active tonight because he's been in foul trouble. I believe he has a total of 4 so far, and he had 3 by the beginning of the second half. So Coach Helly hasn't been able to play him too often. Official timeout. We're going to keep it right here in the broadcast, folks. The score, 40-37. 8 minutes remain to go in Hodges Fieldhouse. Yellow Jacket possession. Going short. 3-point shot by number 2 goes up and out. Helder Semedo checks back in. He started the game at center and actually won the tip against Kevin Taylor. He got the opening 2 baskets for them, and I think, in my opinion, I would have been keeping him in the game more. So he's been very productive on offense. Doesn't get the score there, but he's been a bruiser down low. Yellow Jackets just seem to like to shoot the outside 3, which is one of the Triton specialties to cover. Majid, top key. Spot jumper goes in. 42-37, make it look pretty, Jordan Majid. On the wing now. Here we go. Gonna be a foul against the Yellow Jackets. It's coming back to the Iowa Central Tritons. In a substitution, we're gonna see two Rochester Tech players check in. It's Nick Pepin and Cavante Watts. Stulo. Isolation goes crazy, man. Majid jammed right before the half-court line. He's looking up with it. Finds Kev Taylor on a perfect bounce pass, but nice pickpocket steal by Nick Pepin. Here we go, pushing the court. Comes number 1 in foul trouble. It's Watts. He's going to lose it. Foul against Kevin Taylor again. That'll be his 5th. Oh, Brownie with a correction on my end. That was actually his 4th. I was thinking that was his 5th. That's what I had it down on my notes. I apologize, folks. So he's going to be subbed back out. Subbing in for the Tritons. Marker's back out there. Tritons got to play defense here. You've been playing it all game long. Got to close these guys out. Here comes a drive by Watts. Keck goes up with it. He's checked back in as well off of an ankle injury. It's going to be a shooting foul against the Tritons. Going to the line, Cavante Watts. Still waiting for the shot here. That was Javante Keck's second. Both teams officially in the bonus after that last team foul. Shot up off the front of the rim.
Here goes shot number 2. Let's see what happens here. Up. And it's in. Bringing the score now 42-38. Tritons still leading. Final moments of the game here. About 6 minutes, 30 seconds remain.
Stulo works outside, looking down the court. Matthias on the drive. He's been in for quite some time. I'd expect a sub for him here sooner than later. 6.5 minutes to play in the second half. Here we go. Majid kicking outside. Barker to Keck for 3. End and around the rim. 42-38 is your score. 6 minutes to play in what could be the final half here in Hodges Fieldhouse for this fine Saturday evening. Ooh. They're going to say it's going to stay in possession of Watts and the Yellow Jackets. Find Watts down low and outside. Swish. 42-40. Here goes the drive by Stulo. Find Barker.
Really hasn't been too much of a dull moment in this game, Hank.
Stulo for 3. Tritons, last few attempts have all been 3-pointers. It's going to cost them. Goes up with it. Wow. These referees, very crucial on the shooting fouls. No matter what, the Yellow Jackets will go to the line. They're going to say the foul happened before the shot went off. So it's going to be 42-40. 2 free throws at the line for Nick Pepin.
First shot is up. It is no good. Back into the game we go.
42-40, still looking at the first, still waiting for the first score by Barker. Triton's going to burn a timeout. They're going to talk it over. They need a team huddle. We're going to be right back after this short break.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like.
Hey, Daddy.
Skip fort training.
I see, Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
Welcome, Triton Nation. Thank you for tuning into the broadcast on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. I'd also like to shout out and thank our sponsors of today's broadcast. CNOS at Unity Point Improving Health, proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics. Tell you what, just joined the broadcast. Listen to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the call for the Iowa Central Tritons. So we got a busy, busy week ahead of us as the fall sports are beginning to get to their back end of the season. Going to conclude soon. We have a football game tomorrow with a noon kickoff in Dodger Stadium. The Iowa Central Tritons, they're going to take on Grandview JV. It's going to be a good one. Tritons looking for a rebound win after they just had their second loss of the season to Iowa Western. 42-40, let's get back to basketball. 5:15 left in half number 2. Majid on the wing. Keck going down low and goes high, 44-40. Keck gets his seventh point of the day. Here comes Pepin. Step back, going outside. Up. No good. And a good rebound by Keck. Here we go with Stulo. Pushing the tempo. Tritons, it looks like they're going to be moving quicker. They've been pretty slow as of recent. Barker still looking for his first points. Almost coughed one up. We'll get it back to Majid. Driving to his left. Goes up. They're going to say a foul against Rochester Tech. 10th team foul in the second half. I think it's against Pepin. If it's not Pepin, then it's against Fry. Regardless, Tritons will be able to shoot 2.
First shot is good. 45-40. And here goes shot number 2. It is up and good.
46-40. That makes the Iowa Central Tritons having the biggest lead in today's game. 6 points. That's crazy to say.
That is crazy. I was just about to acknowledge it as well.
Williams now. Send it over to Watts. Got a wide open man in the corner. Taking the shot is Fry. Matthias goes up with it. I don't remember the last time I've seen Matthias on the bench. He's been a bruiser for the Iowa Central Tritons. Getting boards, getting buckets, and moving the ball around for the Tritons. He's got 11 so far today. Majid to drive. Up and in. That's his 12th. 48-40. Now the Yellow Jackets, they're going to burn a full timeout. They need to talk one over as the Tritons extend the lead to 8. We're going to be back in just 1 minute after the short break. Welcome back, Triton Nation, to your home broadcast of the Iowa Central Tritons at Hodges Fieldhouse. Listen to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay on the call for the Tritons.
48-40 is the score. 3:43 remains. Hank, you said this is probably the biggest lead we had all day. Man, what an impressive run we have here.
48-40 is a score. Yellow Jackets have possession of the basketball. 3.5 minutes to remain in the final half to play. Williams has it down low. Berlin to drive. Block. Going to keep with the Yellow Jackets. Stulo wanted it to go in possession of the Tritons.
Chad Healy begins his 3rd season as head coach for the Tritons. Healy, a former standout player for Iowa Central, served under legendary head coach Dennis Pilcher for nearly 2 decades, so it's good to have him here.
Oh, wow, 3-point basket. Yes, he does. Not going to be happy about that one. Coach Helly, that was a big 3-pointer by Fry. Stulo gets around Fry now. That's the thing about basketball. Right when you get a big bucket, you got to play big defense. As it about went past Fry. Keck. Size opportunity. Here we go. Tritons controlling the tempo. 10 seconds. Goes up and in.
Hey.
And one. Jordan Majid is leading the way for the Iowa Central Tritons. 14 tonight. He has a chance to make it 15 at the line. 2:49 exactly remaining on the game clock. Each team has just 2 timeouts left per side. As well as each team is also in the bonus, a score of 50-43. As that last 3-pointer by Fry looks like might not matter. Tritons can extend the lead to 8 once more.
Here goes the shot. It's up. No good.
Fry, who just had the last three-pointer for the Yellow Jackets, playing point guard in this role. Get outside, McCrimmon. It's good to see he's okay. Took a hard foul earlier in today's match. 2.5 minutes. Fry with 5 on the shot clock. Goes over the rim. Got a touch. Barker with the steal. Here we go. Majid in transition. Fast break points not going to be awarded to the Tritons. They're going to slow it down. That was probably a good call by the point guard. I like it because the Tritons don't have an opportunity to have a missed shot. Going to find an open one, and they're also going to take 10 seconds off the clock after Majid held on to it, 52-43. Yellow Jackets have just one timeout remaining after they call yet another. I'll tell you what, folks, be back for the conclusion of this game and the post-game report after we take a short break for Triton Nation's YouTube channel.
During these tough times, Dwayne and I decided to skip some of our old rules and routines.
You know, like.
Go. My daddy.
Skip fort training.
I see, Daddy.
Skip bedtime curfew.
But we're not skipping our children's well visits and recommended vaccines. Staying up to date helps protect them. So reach out to your child's doctor.
I see.
Welcome back. Triton Nation as we watch the Tritons take on Yellow Jackets here tonight. Man, oh man, we are almost at a 10-point lead here, Hank. It's amazing what has happened in the second half of the game. What do you think?
I think that I am proud to be a Triton. So far, been a wonderful weekend for myself. Tritons looking like they may extend their record to 2-1. Don't want to get ahead of myself, but 1:55 left on the game clock. The Yellow Jackets just have one timeout remaining. The Tritons have 2. They're up 9. It is in possession of the Yellow Jackets. I like my odds. Triton football also returns home for the first time in over 3 weeks. Tomorrow against Grandview JV. Make sure you're there in Dodger Stadium to root on the Iowa Central Tritons for a noon kickoff. Can't make it there in person? Check us out online on this Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Here we go. Matthias going to take his time. He'll find Majid. Minute and a half. Yellow Jackets don't want to leave Iowa with a loss. This is also the first game of the season for the Yellow Jackets. They've been phenomenal on defense. They've struggled on offense, but so have the Tritons.
Oh!
Baker still looking for his first points on the board. Almost got the offensive putback. He doesn't. 1:15 to go. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Got to make a move quickly. Watts. McCrimmon. Watts for 3. Long ball. Takes a Triton bounce off the hands of Berlin. It's going to go back to the Iowa Central Tritons. Here we go. Dish to the perimeter. Looking long. Looking outside. Look at the ball movement. Foul called. The Tritons are already in the bonus. They got to go to the line.
Looks like that's going to be number 44, Kyler Matthias, going to the line. Going to be shooting 2 Tritons. Shot one up. It is nothing but net. 53-43. There goes our 10-point lead here. Let's see if we can't make it 11 here. No good.
4-possession game. Goes up and in. And one opportunity. Fry has been on fire the last 5 minutes of the second half. Got 2 3-pointers, and now he's going to go to the line for a 3-point play opportunity off of the and one. A substitution for Yellow Jackets. They need more shooters out there. Watt's going to come out. He's been struggling behind the three-point line today. He's got 1 of 6. Coming on, it's going to be number 20.
And here goes the first shot. Nothing but net. It is in.
53-45. Tritons jammed in the corner. Working outside. Majid pushed the perimeter. Here comes a full court press. Going to go down low. Bounce pass to Keck. Keck goes up. Off the backboard. Here we go. 25 seconds remaining. Berlin goes up and in. 22 seconds left on the game clock. 53-48. Majid. He'll get doubled. He'll be called for a foul. So Majid, he's going to go to the line. It looks like they're going to sub Watts back in.
Here goes the shot. It's up. And it's good.
54-48. Rochester, they're going to elect to burn their last and final full timeout here in Hodges Fieldhouse. Wow, what a decision they make before they even get possession of the basketball back. The score, 54-48. We'll be right back after this short break.
Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. So you can always find people who are helping. Thank you to all the first responders who put their lives in danger to help us when my brothers and sisters and mom and dad and grandpa and grandma need them.
Thank you, first responders.
We look out for the helpers because they look out for us.
At the end of the day, this is what I signed up for as a first responder, and this is what I love to do. And I'm going to continue going to work day in and day out and providing help to those that need it.
Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Thank you, first responders. Love you. Mwah.
Be safe, look after yourself, and look after one another. Thanks.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, and thank you for checking out our broadcast for today's game. The score of 54-48. Before we resume this contest, I'd like to shout out our sponsors. Thank to our sponsor today for this broadcast, CNOS, at Unity Point, Improving Health. Proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics. I'd like to thank you for sponsoring the broadcast today and all you do for Fort Dodge. Here we go, coming down the court, pushing outside. Shot is up. No good. Keck going to get the defensive rebound, and he can just hold on to it. 54-48 is the final score in Hodges Fieldhouse. As the Tritons will improve to a 2-1 record in the booth. Listen to Hank Ambrose and Link Clay for the post-game report. Let's talk about it. Not a big offensive game for either side, but the Tritons played a huge defense today. They barely let up 20 points in the second half, Link. That was huge. Link, what has you most excited for this Triton game team moving forward?
You know, the determination is there. And if we could keep that going, I think we're going to have a good season. You know, as we said, not the best for offensive, but the defense is totally there. And the fact that they could pick it up in the second half of the game there was really what I think will help them a lot in these games. They finally realize, you know, this is what we got to do. This is how we got to win.
Absolutely. I was super impressed by them. You know, Coach Helly mounted a huge comeback. The Tritons did not have the lead for a long amount of time. Only about 7 minutes in the full 40 minutes of time in basketball did they have the lead. You know, final score of 54-48. They're going to be moving on. Their next home matchup will be against Grandview JV at a 7 p.m. tip-off, where the girls will also go up against Grandview JV after that game. Tell you what, we're also playing Grandview JV in tomorrow's football game. So make sure you go to Dodger Stadium, root on Iowa Central Tritons if you can't make it there for the home broadcast. Make sure you check us out online on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Before I go, I'd like to shout out my boys in the booth. Link, thank you for helping me out with commentary today.
Likewise.
I'd like to thank Max on scoreboard. I'd like to thank Brandon, who's been running the camera, and I'd like to thank Javi, who has been producing the show for you today. So thank you to my booth boys. And one last time, I would like to thank my sponsor for sponsoring the broadcast. Thanks to today's broadcast sponsor, CNOS at Unity Point, Improving Health, proud sponsors of Iowa Central Athletics. Tell you what, folks, I'm going to be signing out, but until next time, go Iowa Central Tritons.